Hello. Today I am, let's see, doing something for my camera setup. Why? Last time when I did something, package opening, I did order Real Deal DJI magnetic attachment base, let's just say this one. But what I do not possess still is means to put you in my machines the way that I know camera will stay in place and don't fall off and so on. And the next thing is the headband. And I am sorry for the glare. I did learn my mistakes. I put wall light there. I have to make some spot that it will light my working station, and perhaps I should place whole these roof lights here. But anyway, there is some kind of light now, so that you can see it, I can see what I'm doing when these evenings are starting to get darker and darker earlier and earlier. That was mouthful. I'm sorry. Anyway, I already put together few pieces, and I am making magnetic base. Not the instrumental or anything music related anyway, but there is going to be this magnet attached to this construction, and we will see how that will perform when it's on. But first things first, we have to build that. So nothing too complicated, but I have to drill some holes, and I have these magnets. We will get them very soon. There's lots of them, and I will measure, well, not with some kind of measure, but I will measure how good that magnet is. There is strong ones and there is these not so good ones, and what that means, strong magnets and magnets overall are pretty much almost, if they are same sized, they are same strength, or they should be. But even still, there is light, and excuse me, my mic. Let's put its place to here. Sorry. Today has been very hectic day, so bear with me. Anyway, as I was saying, we have to make sure that that specific magnet that goes to this place under here or top, I don't know, we can change the directions how we like and need, but that it's enough strong that when there is vibrating and somewhat bumpy roads and perhaps some kind of sharp movements, that it won't fall off. And to prevent the falling, if there is such a thing, there is always a risk that the camera will drop somewhere where you don't want to drop it, and the bad thing is you might not even notice it before it's way too late. So some kind of backup. Well, basic thread that will at least somewhat stop the falling all the way down if it's attached to a machine's tool or somewhere maybe in chassis, frame, so on. Anyway, let's start this project. It will be simple, hopefully, and first things first, I will show you. I am not going to use this specific one. This is strong magnet. So strong that it will even take the stuff behind this axe to it. Some kind of strength level. What's this? This has. It can lift very easily. It can lift, but as you saw when I started to shake it, this is the thing that must be take a consideration. That camera won't fall, because I want to use this specific base just for machines. When I'm driving and showing you what is going to on, you don't have to say stay on my head and see all the time this back and forth head popping, which is stupid. So step by step my setup will be better and better all the way, when perhaps sometime in the future, hopefully, I will get my hands to the drone, camera drone. Then we are so golden, but not just now. Baby steps, let's just say that way. Now, let's go check my little scrap box. These boxes. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Well, let's put there that it won't fall. Ah. Oh. There we go. You cannot see anything from there. Come here. See what kind of hassle is in here. Oh. Somewhat. I have so much stuff. If you need some bigger, well, this is not chisel. Well, it is and it is not. I think this is maybe much more like a ice pick. I mean ice hack. Whatever. You know the thing. And big boys need big tools and big hammers. Sledgehammer head. I should sometime maybe produce the handle to this. But I don't have so much need of these big sledgehammers yet. Now then. And in fact, the same time now that we are here, I am thinking I should at least think some kind of tripod thing to the flat floodlight construction that I can show you, and myself, of course, the projects that need some kind of lightning behind me or somewhere. And well, but that's another thing. Now we will focus to do this camera. Oh, okay. Camera base. Oh, what next? How much stuff? Thick metal plating. Oh, yeah. The magnets. These are the bases, but let's see. I should have. If I don't remember wrong, there is one, and it's full of. Full of. Okay. Some things has been falling off from there. Let's somewhat clean this up that I can show you. Anyway, this is the scrap that it will collect very easily, and it will clock it. Well, not clock. It can't clock it, but it will fills the surface with this iron. Well, iron dust, simply. And it can go rust, and if that's rusting is there long enough, it will engulf this whole thing. But I have to measure this. I don't know, do I have. Well, there is some pieces, and is there something? Maybe this is small. Have to scrape this off. The less any residue of any kind of metal here, the better. The whole middle part is full of this also. It will collect it like. Well, blowing with air does not do a thing. Won't do. Yep. Come on now. I won't do rustic attachment plates to my camera at all. Well, perhaps. Well, thing is, I might even use this whole thing as it is right now. Slap it on the place and. But let's see. The camera itself won't weigh much. That we know already. But like I said, this is the first test subject. Let's take the next one. Hinges, nice. I will take this with me because you never know when you need hinges to build. There's the next one. If there is the third one, I would like take that as well. This. Now we have three pieces. Stay there. Now we will go back. And already I took some battle damage. Well, I'm not bleeding out. Just a small touch to there is leftover scrap metals somewhat. Sometimes are very sharp. So, well, I'm bleeding still. I am not even making any action movie and still I'm bleeding. Yeah, nice. Well, I live. But anyway, little reminder. Things are sharp sometimes. This blade should go like that. This plastic covers can go to the sides. Let's put covers back on. Yo! Like this. Yeah, and the last part, a little bit near the. Oh! And also here is this small roots that I should sometimes cut off. Yeah, this way water can easily go in and the strong winds won't fly these covers off. Yeah. Now we will take test parts. Off we go again. Let's see. Let's see. This has been always my best part. Let's just say that way. Somebody might think you're an idiot. You always collect some kind of useless scrap metals and well, electrical things somewhat. But I like to tinker, do things by myself, and I will save money somewhat to do these kind of do-it-yourself things. I have to check how much this light will glare your vision. It won't be bad, perhaps, and hopefully not. And I am sorry. I have to make things the situation that I am right now. But one step at a time and one thing at a time. Now here is the first piece that has already been cleaned, but I will use steel heck, what these are? Come on now. Simplest words are forgotten. Dang it. Well, it's not rake, that is self case, but well, steel broom, if you mind. There might be a proper name to this, but I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't have to have these particles on you. It will be dusty and well, I won't have that. This can go away. The middle part is not so important, but the main surface of the magnet is the best and let's just say the most important thing to keep whatever you want to attach to. In this case, something to metal, and now that we have this 90-degree metal plate already attached to it. This will be, well, let's just say halfway done project, I mean. One day I did think that I should collect a lot more these magnets. That I could build these small rollers that containing these magnetic pieces. Every single part that it will collect up would be something that will accept magnet, nails, so on, that could puncture tires, maybe feet even, so on. And it will collect up something that won't puncture anything, but still it's metal and should be away from the ground and from the where we are walking and doing our stuff. And especially if you have building something and builded something and you have completed the whole project, and after that you are dismantling these whatever you have in there at the workspace. You might have been small cut and bleeding up like in a movie. These screws and nails, every single part of small metals. Of course, if you have been using something that won't take magnet to it, perhaps it won't be a bad to well, I don't think anybody is using brass nails, perhaps brass screws, but I don't think it's very likely. But in that case, this magnetic roller is not doing anything. Come on now, this is so thick stuff, I don't know what it is. But it is coming off, the main thing. And remember, if you are nice, try to, well, it wasn't small wound. That's why it's not closing. I thought I just stick my hand somewhere and it was just one little pinch and it was a small wound, but well, I will manage anyway. What I was saying, do not hit magnet with a mallet or hammer, no matter how soft the thing is what you are trying to hit the magnet with. That I will do this kind of smashing won't do a thing, but what I was trying to say is if you are hammering like really these magnets, they will lose their magnetic capabilities. And those people who knows how to demagnetize something, some tools and so on, there is these sophisticated tools that will do that to your like screwdriver heads, drill bits, so on. But you can do it by crude way, by smashing those drill bits and whatsoever with a hammer, back to it. The vibration will distract these magnetic fields that these metals are. Well, it's a little bit like a science, you know. The metals will form differently when they are introduced with like a magnet like this. This is now magnetized somewhat because it will realign these steel. In these, every single steel fiber that this broom contains has these particles that will reform when there is introduced magnetic field to it. And you can demagnetize this, but it won't be problem. It is, well, I don't think it won't. This is so small parts to this that the forces that I am introducing like this to it, it will magnetize some of these, but this won't start collect anything that is magnetic, can attach to it to magnet, because the forces are so small, like I said. Anyway, now the testing, how we will test by yourself. Nice. How these magnets will perform to keep your stuff in the place where you put it. Now that we are using this kind of small parts, this won't perhaps weigh what, under 100 grams. Camera might weight under 500 grams anyway. So the major weight is all in these parts. Somewhat. I should have light coming from top to down that you could see better. But anyway, what I was saying. Extremely crude version of this. Perhaps like this. Yeah. I don't know. We will see what I am coming up. But I will show you what I am doing that I can try lift something with this tree. We will be back soon. Okay. We are back. I am back. I mean. Yeah. I had a little break to keep. Now we can continue where we left off. Oh. Yeah. I will dismantle these parts that we are not using right now. I have to put this somewhere there. Okay. Now we have to lift some weight. If I don't remember wrong, I might have Did I just said from that sledgehammer's head that I don't need it just yet? Now it would serve as a good weight, but what is this? Oh, little bit dirty. Anyway, still overkill. But that won't stop us. Somewhat. Well, basically very careful lifting. Yeah. This feels strong, as this is also. Yeah. As you saw, all three will lift this sledgehammer's head pretty easy. So at least now we saw that they are pretty much same thing, no matter the piece. And now I must test. Oh. Still one time at least. This might be much more handle. Oh my god. Let's just say a little bit better shaped in my needs to test the vibration and the shaking. Pretty strong. What about the next one? Oh, let's see the rest of the residues doesn't interfere. Well, basically somewhat better than the first one. Well, I don't know. The second of these, meaning this piece, felt the strongest. I'll say this one is the what we are using. Not the best kind of test anyway, but test nevertheless. Okay. Like I already said at the start, it doesn't have to be any well, as you can see, 90 degrees installing iron and magnet. Pretty easy, I'd say. So that little experimentation of the vibration and moving and how it will handle that kind of weight. Well, as we already saw, that sledgehammer and that little, well, what do you call it? a piece of iron anyway. They are weight somewhat above 500 grams anyway. So the camera itself and this whole setup won't weight much, but this was the pretty much what I thought. It's okay. All right. And why I wanted to use those? Well, as you already see in my scrap box, I already have this idea on my mind that I have these. I don't have to build, perhaps, nothing fancy. Only thing is, now I will use some, let's see, I have these hooks and somebody might be remember the previous videos that I told you, when you have these kinds of nuts, what they are called, wing nuts somewhat. Now that I have them in my possession like this, I will find what I need. Good thing that I did keep them separated, so that I can install this camera stand, not stand, camera clip in here pretty easily. It won't be perfect, but my usage, it is somewhat perfect enough anyway. And now we have to check is the diameter of this this might be the smallest one, because it doesn't have to be big, as long it will go this hole that I don't have to drill anything. So let's see, from the box of the million nuts and bolts. This might be already the one, but is it too small for the wing nut? Just next size. Okay. Next size. Where that would be. Maybe this. Maybe just this. Yeah. I have to drill. Perhaps no. I don't have to drill anything. But this is still too long. If there is any... that perhaps is enough or not. No. Dang it. Just too short. Little bit too short. About that one, way too long. That is also too long. Come on now. Oh well, that is the one what we are using. How much does this? Well, there is a little bit clear. I am sorry. But hey, as we have a light, at least now. This can go away. And I will find, or maybe I don't, I will saw this shorter as if I need. But anyway, thing is it won't go there from this hole, and it won't go through that. Yeah, so only solution to this is I have to drill 2 holes. That is somewhat wider than this is almost that we need to get this to fit. It won't fit there, and also this 90 degrees metal, same thing. And let's see what the diameter is. 6. Well, to the drilling machine we go. And now it's starting to be so cold. Also, there is so dark that I don't know, can you see anything? And this won't take long and you cannot see anything nice. And this light won't help either. Yeah, small project, but maybe a little bit too late from today. I have to do my chores, so I'm not so early bird, but we will manage. Come on now. Handle this opener a little bit. No. I have this dual keys. Well, you cannot see them, so no any no any point to show you any closer. There we go. A little bit tightening it up, like so. That's enough. Now we can use this table thing. Perhaps would be enough. Yeah, we can try. Oh, like I told you, now that's, well, I don't know how cold it is, but it is so cold that my fingers start to go numb almost. Nice thing to try to work with stuff. And also, this thing is not so easy to drill because Let's see, what can I do to help to drill this? Well, I will drill this first then. Okay. Now the bolt will go somewhat easily here. Now this. Oh. Okay. This has also magnet. Didn't remember that. We'll collect all kinds of chips on it. But anyway, can I use this? No, I can't. It won't help a bit. Why I'm struggling to do this is because this is not straight, this part. It's a little bit angled, but anyway, it's a plastic, so it won't be a bad thing to try. Yeah, maybe this can help. Okay, we are done. Now this bolt will go through easily. Now we can go. Now we can go back to the light. But again, I'm sorry for the lightning conditions for this video. But the aftermath of this thing, now we have a way to use bolt, this camera attachment, wing nut, and these. Oh, I will take a file that I can somewhat of get rid of this if there is any sharp edges. Well, something like that. Now I can put either of these two holes. This middle one is too low, so it won't go there. So, come on now, let's think a little bit. I should put this, well, it won't basically, Well, now that we think a little bit ahead of time, this will support this camera stand, yeah, not stand, still, this attachment somewhat better because there is a metal base. Now we put this wing nut here. Come on, come on, come on. And luckily it doesn't have to be tight because there is this little what do you call it? Empty space, as you might call it, maybe. Now, let's see. Now I have perhaps it won't allow me to change the direction, so I have to use spacers. Spacers somewhat, because obviously I cannot well, as you can see, maybe I cannot change the direction anything than this. And dang it, these lighting conditions, I'm very sorry. Try to show you some kind of direction, but the spacers will help. Let's see. Where would I have such small spacers? Well, how much it have to be thick? Perhaps one more. Yeah, this should work. I'd put one more, just to be absolutely sure that it will keep it high enough. This will be hideous if it's been there, so I'm not using that. Perhaps now. Yeah, now we are golden. Well, after all, this bolt, it's not too, let's just say, too long. And now that it's like my hand tightening, it won't go too tight that it will break this part. I can somewhat tightening so much that it will stay somewhat in place. So this kind of small but somewhat essential project. Nothing fancy, very crude actually, but the place where I'm using this kind of is somewhat in tractors, tools, behind the tractor, something dirty place anyway. And by dirty I mean this area where it stands. So like this. It doesn't have to be anything special. And how much this cost me to do? Only this part that goes under the camera, and perhaps these two, this screw-up piece and this under part. I'd say maybe 20 euros. The priciest part is this magnetic base that goes under the camera. But even still, if this is 15 euros, this magnetic part, the rest is 5 euros. And the rest is pretty much, it did not cost me a dime. Somewhat. This thing won't win any contest, okay, but it will win that contest that will determine the camera placement. So it can be any place that will hold the magnet, and well, this is bad explanation and a bad place to show, but perhaps you will already understand how good this can be. And like I told you, now that these holes are here, I can secure this by using some kind of thread, perhaps, but something that if it went by some kind of a jump or will vibrate off, it will, like, if I put some thread in here and nut to it, and I will secure it somewhere else, it just hangs from that thread. Doesn't have to be long, but as long it will keep this thing as near the attachment point as possible. So if the camera will, the whole thing will fall off, it just hangs from the thread somewhat. But as you can now see, sometimes something that is very simple can be your solution. And I didn't even have to attach these two parts together, because I already said you, I did know that I possess these things. Yet again, scrapyard did help the man to use its treasures. Anyway, this kind of project for today. I have to do something else tomorrow, and you are with me to see what I'm doing, and it's something electric related. We are building. I am building, but you are with me. We are building electrics. That is called my hands and so on. I have to go inside very soon. Anyway, I have to build electrics, outlets, light switches, and cable this whole thing up, and some lights also inside and outside the shack. You are seeing these things. So that is what is happening tomorrow. But today was this kind of small project success. I don't have to even try to go to the tractor and hold the place. I will know it will work already. And I have 2 places to put this, or even the 3rd place if I have to. And no matter the orientation, it will work. You will see someday when we are doing some chores, at least then. Anyway, hopefully you like that. What did you saw that I was doing with this small parts, little bit drilling. Leave a like and comment, and follow me to see next projects with this, when I'm doing some tractor or excavator jobs and so on. And let's see what the next day will bring us. So see you in next video. Bye bye.